May all other sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly I will establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. May all other sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly I will establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. Dagla dangwarje pedra, narparje pege, tarpa dang tam chekin pe bardu, charparje pa tam cheki, soje pe. Manangka dang yampe simchin tam che dewa dang den, dunyal dang drel nyurdu lana me pa yang darpar zokpe, Changchu Rinpoche Toparja. Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. Dechedu sangmage ki bardu luna ki sunge wala ko. Mashe bardu luna ki sunge wala ko. Tu te ringne sungte nima sangda samgi bardu luna ki sunge wala ko. We take refuge in the kind root Lama and lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of the Yidams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas, Dakinis, and Dharma guardians, possessors of the eye of wisdom. We take refuge in the kind root Lama and lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of the Yidams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas, Dakinis, and Dharma guardians, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Trenchen sawa dangyu par jepe paldin lama dampa namla kyapsu chiyo. Yidam kilkorgi lachog namla kyapsu chiyo. Sangye chomdin de namla kyapsu chiyo. Dampe namla kyapsu chiyo. Pakpe gedun namla kyapsu chiyo. Pao kadro churkyong sume chogeshe ki jindam dindam dinpa namla kyapsu chiyo. Till I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas embraced the enlightened mind and progressed on the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas embraced the enlightened mind and progressed on the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path. Changchub Ningpor Chike Bar Sangye Namla Kyapsu Chi Cherdang Changchub Simpai Soglayang Deshin Kyapsu Chi Jitar Nonge Desheki Changchub Dugni Ke Padang Changchub Simpe La Pala De dagrim shin ne patar, de shin drola pindondu, changchub sim ni ke kishin, de shin du ni la pala, rimpa shin du la parji. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. Sangye chudang soki chognam la, changchu bardu dagni kyapsu chi, dagi jinso ke pe sonam ki, drola pinchir sangye druparsho. May all other sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness in the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all other sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness in the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Manam kadang nyampe sim chin tam che dewa dang dewe kyudang din par gyurche dugnal gigu dang tralwar gyurche dugnal me pe dewa dang mi tralwar gyurche nering chak dang ni dang trawe tang nyom la ne par gyurche. Do we do the 7-limb prayer? I can't hear you, Lance.
Yes, please do the 7-limb prayer.
I bow down respectfully with my body, speech, and faithful mind to all Tathagatas in the 10 directions, those who have already reached the Tathagata state, those who are reaching it at present, and those Tathagatas still to come. Through the power of Samantabhadra's prayers, may all Buddhas manifest vividly in my mind. I prostrate to them, multiplying my body as many times as there are atoms of the earth. In each atom, I visualize as many Buddhas as there are atoms, surrounded by countless Bodhisattvas. Thus all space is filled with Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. I praise all Buddhas through magnificent chanting, expressing the great ocean of their excellent qualities. To all Buddhas, I make offerings of various pure flowers, flower garlands of music, anointing oils, magnificent light, and fragrant incense. I make offerings to them of fine garments, perfume, and potpourri piled high as Mount Meru and arranged in the most beautiful way. I visualize the highest and most extensive offerings and offer them with great faith to all Buddhas. I prostrate to the Buddhas and make offerings to them, following the deeds of the great Bodhisattva Samantabhadra. I confess to you, Buddhas, whatever negative actions I have committed due to the power of anger, desire, and ignorance. I rejoice in the merit of all the Buddhas in the 10 directions, of the great Bodhisattvas and Pratyeka Buddhas, those who have attained our hardship, those who have entered the path of our hardship, and all other beings. I request to all great protectors and Buddhas to turn the highest wheel of Dharma as the light dispelling the darkness of beings in the 10 directions and leading them gradually to the enlightened state. I supplicate those Buddhas intending to pass into parinirvana to live long, for as many eons as there are atoms of the earth, in order to benefit all beings. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching and praying for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings. All this I dedicate.
Continue the mandala offering and supplication of Lord Jigden Sumgun.
Okay, yes, thank you. The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Meru, the supreme mountain, the four continents, the sun and the moon. As a Buddha filled, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of the Buddha fields. To the lamas who possess the three kayas, I offer the outer, inner, and secret offerings of my body, wealth, and all that is visible. Please grant me the supreme realization, enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. Om Guru Ratna Mandala Puja Mega Samudra Saparana Samaya Aham. Unequaled refuge, ornament of the world, your fame pervades the 3,000 worlds. You are the victor of Vajradhara without a doubt. I bow at the feet of the Father Jigten Sungam. Continually I think of no one but you. Compassionate one, grant your blessings. Dispel the darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize the unelaborated nature of mine.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we'll go to page 20, page 21 in the prayer book, the yoga book. And we see the picture of Chenrezig, and we close our eyes for a minute and visualize Chenrezig with a white body. He has his lower two hands are holding the jewel of enlightenment at his heart. And then his right hand is holding the mala beads at his left shoulder, and his left hand, or rather at his right shoulder, and his left hand is holding the stem of a lotus flower at his left ear, sitting in the lotus position. Okay, so we begin on page 21, the meditation on emptiness. Om Svabhava Sudha Sara Dharma Svabhava Sudha Ham. The mode of abiding of all phenomena is itself pure openness. Sustain that nature. The visualization. From the all-pervading emptiness arises a lotus flower with a moon disk seat. Upon this throne, in the lotus position, I am seated in the body of Chenrezig, who is white in color with 4 arms. The 2 upper hands are joined at the heart, holding the wish-fulfilling gem. The lower right hand holds a crystal rosary, and the lower left hand holds a lotus flower. Chenrezig is clad in the sacred silken robes and wearing the precious 5-pointed crown and other ornaments. This form is Sambhogaya, the complete enjoyment body, bearing all the auspicious signs of the Buddha. Tibet. Tompe nale pedeten, dagni tugje chen pokyo, karsel zel jig jag si pa, dang po to kartal moja, ogme chen wa pe mazin, gil chung dar dang rin chen yen. Long cho zuku sen petre. In the heart of Chenrezig is a moon disk with the letter Shri standing in the center. Around this, the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum circles clockwise. Light radiates from the mantra and is offered to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in the Buddha fields. Blessings of compassion and wisdom return from the Buddha fields in the form of light, which is absorbed into myself. All obscurations of body, speech, and mind are purified. Again, compassionate light radiates from the heart mantra, dispelling the suffering and ignorance of all sentient beings of the six realms, who are then transformed into Chenrezig, the great compassionate one. Tokar daten Sri Park Nalkri Kor Tele Wocho Sange Jangsam Cho Te Nam Jing Lab No Chu Daglatim La Yang Wocho Jo Wei Dig Drib Chong Drogje Chempo Gurgur Nagdra Cho. Visualize that all beings are saying the mantra together at the same time. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Mani Padme Hum, Om 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 Mani Padme Hum. Tom, will you turn your microphone on and you lead for a Mallow round on Mani Padme Hum, please? Tom?
Sure. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om
Om
Mani Padme Hum. Thank Thank you, Tom. Adrian, will you do a mala round, please?
Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme
Hum. Thank you. Michael, will you do a mal around, please?
I will. You're going to have to put up with an awful voice. Om Mani Padme 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 Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Thank you, Michael. Very good. William and Bonnie, can you together lead the chant Om Mani Padme Hum for a mile around, please? Turn your microphone on.
Together. Okay. Ready? Yep.
Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Mani Padme Hum. Om 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 Mani Padme Hum.
Thank you. Amanda, will you recite for us Om Mani Padme Hum for a mile around, please?
Sure. You said me, Lance?
Yes, please, Amanda. Yes.
Thank you. If you hear my fan in the background, it's bath time, so I apologize for any noise. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Padme Hum. Om Mani 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 Padme
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Thank you. Curtis, will you lead the chant, please? Om Mani Padme Hum for 1 mile around.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Hum.
Padme
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani
Padme
Padme
Hum.
Hum.
Thank you, guys.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Breathe.
Gary, you lead us, please. Do 1 mile around. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Okay, we'll see how my computer holds up this time. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Om Mani Padme Hum.
Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme
Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Om 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 Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum Shri. Thank you all very much. Now turn to page 24 in your book, and we'll recite the visualization and recitation of the 6-syllable mantra of Avalokiteshvara by Mipam Rinpoche.
What page was that, please?
24 and 25 and 26, 27. So the next pages are where we were in the book. Okay, so we'll all recite this out loud. Shri, in the center of the pure realm of Potala, we're only going to do this in English. Shri, in the center of the pure realm of Potala, brilliant white on a lotus and moon disk seat, I appear in the form of noble Avalokiteshvara, white and radiant, with one face, 4 arms, and 2 legs. My first 2 hands are joined at the heart, and the lower 2 hold a crystal rosary and a white lotus. I wear silk and crystal ornaments, and my seated legs are crossed. And adorning my crown is Lama Amitabha, Buddha of boundless light. All around are Buddhas and Bodhisattvas gathered like clouds. From the Om Ah Hum at my 3 centers streams out rays of light, inviting the host of wisdom deities who dissolve indivisibly. So just take a moment, visualize yourself seated as Avalokiteshvara Chenrezig. Okay, now we visualize the mantra garland. In the center of my heart, on a lotus and moon disk seat, is the syllable Shri. Surrounded by the mantra garland, from it, light streams out, making offerings to the noble ones and purifying the obscurations of all beings. The whole environment becomes the realm of Mount Potala. All that appears is the form of the great compassionate one. All sounds the speech of the 6-syllable mantra, and all thoughts the wisdom mind of emptiness and compassion. Out of the genuine nature, beyond grasping and all pervading, I recite the mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. So just visualize the mantra garland, Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. So now we recite the 6-syllable mantra by adding the Shri, if we like, the 7-syllable mantra. Then at some point we continue this with the Dharmakaya. This is the non-conceptual. Shri, at my own mind, with mine, I look with nothing to identify. It's just like space, with nothing whatsoever to see, vividly clear. In that essence, which is emptiness, I remain. Om Mani Padme Hum Shri. Om Mani Padme Hum Shri. Om Mani Padme Hum Shri. Okay, and the next stanza is the visualization of the Sambhogaya, the mind essence, the clear nature. Out of that experience of unimpeded emptiness, appearance arises, unobstructed and vividly clear, without bias, all pervasive, uncompounded, and with the nature of clear light. How wonderful. Om Mani Padme Hum Shri. Om Mani Padme Hum Shri. Om Mani Padme Hum Shri. Next is the Swabhavipakaya, the perfect bliss essence, the co-emergent, together with the Nirmanakaya.
Please.
Oh, the Namakaya was the first one, excuse me. Swabhavika. This is the Swabhavika. Clear yet empty, and empty yet clear. Clarity and emptiness indivisible, beyond thought and expression. This innate, genuine state of perfect bliss is the ultimate Lord Avalokiteshvara. Om Mani Padme Hum Shri. Om Mani Padme Hum Shri. Om Mani Padme Hum Shri. So now we will recite Om Mani Padme Hum Shri in the 9-round mantra melody that Gotcha Rinpoche has taught us. And as we do that, we visualize the syllables of the mantra going to all beings, all around phenomenal nature, and all beyond phenomenal nature into emptiness, into the bardo, all around, to all beings that are invisible to us, but yet are caught in the bardo, and we send them this light. Om Mani Padme Hum Shri. 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 Om Mani Padme. Om Shri Om Mani Padme Hum Shri Om Mani Padme Hum 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 Shri. Now back to page 23. The dissolution. All the outer and inner phenomena dissolve into myself, and then I dissolve into light, which becomes non-dual with the all-pervading emptiness. Chinang chochu was a And we'll have a short meditation. Visualize the dissolution. You can read that again to help refresh your memory. And let yourself dissolve into the shunyata, into the
Could you speak up a little, Lance?
Sorry. Let yourself dissolve into the emptiness, into the shunyata. So we'll have a short meditation. Take a deep breath, very deeply, and hold that breath. Exhale very completely. Squeeze all that stale, negative, dark air out. Hold that vacant breath. Relax, open your eyes, breathe normal. Now the dedication. Now I appear as Chenrezig. By this virtue, may I quickly realize the state of Chenrezig, and may all sentient beings, without exception, attain the glorious state of Chenrezig. Dewa di nor du dai, Chenrezig wang drub your chi, Drowa chi kang malupa, Di sala go pasho. Okay, thank you very much. Still have our lineage dedication to do. Everybody okay? Is that okay?
I'm only partially here, Lance.
Beg pardon?
I'm only partially here.
Perfect. Okay. Omze Amanda, would you do the dedication, please, on page 157? So we'll go through and to the we'll do the long life prayers, please.
Okay. Sounds good.
In English only is fine.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Dorje Chang, Tilopa, Naropa, Marpa, Milrepa, Dharma Lord Gampopa, Padmadrupa, and Lord Trikumpa, please bestow upon us the most auspicious blessings of all the Kagyu Lamas. By this virtue, may I achieve omniscience. By defeating all enemies, confusion, may all who travel on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase, higher and higher. I pray that the Lama may have good health. I pray that the Lama may have long life. I pray that your Dharma activities spread far and wide. I pray that I may not be separated from you. As Manjushri, the warrior, realized the ultimate state, and as did Samantabhadra, I will follow in their path and fully dedicate all merit for all sentient beings. By the blessing of the Buddha who attained the three kayas, by the blessing of the truth of the unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of the indivisible Sangha order, may the merit I share bear fruit. By the virtues collected in the three times, by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by the innate root of virtue, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment. May the teachings of the great Trikumpa, Ratna Shri, who is omniscient, Lord of the Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara. Sarva Mangalam. So the long life prayers for His Holiness Tenzin Gyatso, the Dalai Lama. For this realm encircled by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of every benefit and bliss without exception. Tenzin Gyatso, you who are one with Avalokiteshvara, may you remain steadfast until samsara's end. Embodiment of the three precious jewels, Padmapani, who holds the teachings of the victorious one, seeing the all goodness meaning with the wisdom eye, may you who are spontaneously established activities live long for hundreds of kalpas. Noble Manjushri, the Lord of speech, who manifests to hold the teachings of the Triple Gem, who raises the lamp of the sage's teachings, May you, who are the light of the Dharma, live long for hundreds of kalpas. The one known in the Holy Land as Aryadeva, emanated into the Gar clan of eastern Tibet as Chodingpa, the heart son of Jigden Songkhon. May the life of glorious Garchen remain steadfast for hundreds of eons. In this age of strife, when the victor's teaching faces hardship, through his powerful Vajra-like conduct, he takes on himself the heavy responsibility of the unbiased teaching. May Garchen, the son of the teachings, live long. Om Ahom.
Om Ahom. Om Ahom. May my body, speech, and mind become inseparable with the body, speech, and mind of all the enlightened ones. Tashi Delay, thank you all very much. Tuksheje.
GG.
Tuksheje.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night. Be safe.
It was a good practice. Thank you.
That was great practice. Thank you.